Hello, everyone. So I was reading through a couple of the comments on YouTube, and thanks for all the comments, everyone. I appreciate all the discussion. I'm really interested in the things that people are saying. The comments are respectful and fantastic, and thank you guys so much. But the comment was, I'm worried about vote splitting. I'm worried about the Conservative Party and the the People's Party splitting votes, and there not being enough votes for um, us to win, basically, and worried about another 4 years of Trudeau. And I think that absolutely everybody agrees Trudeau can't get another 4 years. I don't think there's anybody who, in a similar feeling that Harper was done, I think Mr. Trudeau is done. Like, if you look at that social media, the hate for Trudeau is almost more than the hate for Mr. Harper was. And it's a visceral hate. It's a really, like, disrespectful hate. Harper was like, people would make fun of him for playing guitar and having kind of funny hair. And okay, the terrorism legislation wasn't great. Um, but his financial training was fantastic, and he led Canada very, very well through very, very difficult economic times. And Justin Trudeau inherits um, the biggest boom in United States modern history, and we're lagging behind at 1.5% growth. It's awful. But I wanted to address, like, what do you think that the legislature might look like with this new PPC, and how quickly things can change? So this is the 2015 federal election, and I thought it gives a good kind of look at how many seats are up for grabs in each geographical area, and the reason that the politics is the way it is. People pander to Quebec, meaning transfer payments, because there's a lot of seats there. You take Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and you've got half the seats of Quebec. So, I mean, where are you going to campaign, right? Like, that's a no-brainer. You look at those numbers, and where are you spending time? Ontario, Quebec, BC. The Maritimes totally all together, there are, I don't know, 34 seats, I think. Yeah, 34 seats. And so it's almost like you can ignore entire parts of Canada and still get a majority mandate. Majority mandate is 169 votes. I do believe, I could be wrong on that one. Yeah, it's 169 votes, 338 legislatures, so half, that's majority, right? So how many of these Liberal seats do you think are up for grabs? In Ontario? In Quebec? With that in mind, I wanted to look at the previous federal election, 2010. 2011. So here's 2011. So this is the electoral map. I couldn't find a fancy map like this, or a fancy seat chart like this, broken up by province. And then I found this one, and I actually liked it better, but the intro, I think, works with the other one. So I'm going with that. This is what the 2011 electoral map looked like. So things can really, really turn on a dime. There were 11 Liberal seats elected in Ontario in 2011, just 11. In 2015, this is the same map. I wanted to compare apples to apples. 80. 80 Liberal seats in 2015. 11 in 2011. So just that, and the NDP, the rise and fall of the NDP, Quebec was a huge bolster for the NDP. It brought them into, I can't remember if they were official opposition. Was Jack Layton the official opposition? I got to go check. Oh, I saw on this right here. I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Liberals were a party on its last legs. They were done until Justin with his hair and his socks came in, right? So this is Jack Layton passing away. This is Thomas McClare being great in opposition. Now that I think about it, and then losing all of that fire and kind of trying to I don't know, please everybody, I suppose, as Mr. Bernier says, he's trying to please everybody and he can't please everybody, and he didn't please everybody and he lost the election, right? And if we had Jack Layton, maybe this looks different, this electoral map. But look at the change. The change is what I'm trying to show you guys. The New Democrats were kind of a third party, out for the count, not not much of anything. And before Justin Trudeau took over and lit the country red, look at that. He was a third party, almost a joke candidate. Like there was real question about his, and hey, rightfully so, right? But there was real question about his a ability, b skills within diplomacy, international diplomacy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And man, I've got some pictures to show you of him standing far away from everybody. That's not great for international diplomacy, but I'm not going to show them to you because that'll just make the video longer and blah blah blah. But yeah, I think I think the People's Party has a lot of seats that are potentially open. And a lot of these red seats here, I don't think they're going to be red another election. I think we're going to see a really, really, really drastic change. I don't see anybody in Ontario voting Liberal. I don't see anybody in Quebec voting Liberal. I'm not sure about out west, but that's only 34 seats. The election's going to be decided here. So anyway, that's my feeling on this. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon.